5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that was just an epic fail. Hold
Let
on
me
one
go ahead and
second.
say that people who are now listening to us live, you hit that link above our heads. We're about to go live on YouTube. And John has a lot of trouble doing audio and video. It's like walking and chewing gum. Very difficult, very multi-talented, but we'll get there. So if you hit that link above, you can see our faces when we start the show here in about 20 minutes when John gets everything figured out.
If you're up on stereo, feeling all days to come to Two-Side on Tuesdays and Thursdays, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, and smoking, joking with the boo. Oh yeah, I'm token. Okay, that's all I got.
What a great intro. What a great intro. Fucking, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is what you have been waiting for all week. It is 8 p.m. Pacific. It is 11 p.m. Eastern, and it is Thursday somewhere. And it is time to get your two-sided on. We go live every Tuesday and Thursday. If you're listening live now, you can hit that subscribe button above. You can hit that YouTube and see our faces. We do this whole playing chicken thing of who's going to go first. And it's like, I usually cannot wait in. There
You got me.
Nailed it. Woo!
And if you're not listening live, but on one of the podcast platforms, you can check out our YouTube channel, Two-Sided Podcast, TWO Sided Podcast.
Yeah, it's almost like our email address, which is twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sided. I don't even know. Two-sided. No, it's just two-sided. Now we're giving false information. They're not even going to be back here on Tuesdays or Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, John. This is going nowhere. Oof,
but at least it's going nowhere fast.
Right? Hey, man, I don't even have to steer. The brakes are gone. We're going to be there in a heartbeat. We're going to beat the paramedics. This is going to be awesome.
Hey, brother, how you doing? How are you feeling in one word?
Primal.
Heck of a word, man.
Yeah. Does that scare you, John? You scared of what we're going to get into tonight?
Yeah.
I have my walking around pipe that is halfway gone, and I got the big boy that I had to bring out of the fridge. We're ready for a show, baby. And anyone who's watching, anyone who's listening knows that this is a participation show. If you want it to be, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, except we choose it for you. And the adventure is we going to get fucked up. Oh darn, if you're drinking and you know it's smokable, if your blood alcohol level is 0.04, you're not drinking enough. Time to take a shot, and then a shot with Pete. It's a two-sided pod drinking game. Let's get drunk. No, let's have fun and celebrate. Cheers, That's John. Right. Cheers to everyone listening.
Cheers to everyone. Thanks for listening.
Folks, if you're listening now, and even if you're listening along later on the Apple Pods, the stereo, the Anchor, whatever you may listen to, it's a fun game to play. Just keep a little flask in your desk and play along and see how long you can get away with it, like before lunch. Like I highly recommend starting the show around 10:30 a.m. and that way you can dip out at like noon, just hammered, but everyone else is like still working. Yeah, early lunches. It's the way to go through.
But if you have to drive, we say be responsible. Do every other shot with water.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say I drink with this hand, John. I drive with this one. Totally different.
We got a couple messages and we're going to start the show. Hey, Mindfox. Yes.
That's awesome.
It said it will take up to 72 hours, so apparently our game is going to start on the Sunday games. Welcome to the league.
Sunday. First thing you got to know about the two-sided football league is we don't do a lot of good planning or footballing or leaguing. What we do is a lot of great ideas and drinking about them. And we will be there Sunday. Also Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. What are you going to do when the two-sided pod gets a hold of you?
One of the strongest arms in the world and the other one with the ginger hair.
Transplants. I believe the correct answer is a plethora and in just the right spots. Just where you need them.
What is happening? I'm hearing a little bit of an echo. I heard it with the message, and usually when the person doesn't hear it, it's them. So you pop out and come back in. We'll see what happens.
Worse. Remember how we go through this and we establish it as you? But okay, I'm going to jump out.
That one time when I didn't hear anything, you're right, it was me. So the person who doesn't hear anything, ladies and gentlemen, a little glitch in stereo that occurs every once in a while is that someone will get echoes, but they're the one causing it, but they can't hear it themselves. So we've learned to master that, and I am still talking. Pete, can you hear me? I am talking at you right now with no echo. That's fantastic. We are ready to go.
Oh. All right, so I guess your shit headphones reset themselves when the coolness left the building. My boy Pete is out. And his headphones like, man, this is bullshit. We're with him. And I come back in, they're like, what? You're back? He's back. Bobby, Johnny, get him.
Yeah, let's do this. Well, howdy.
The worst. And I haven't ever listened to this on any intros because it makes my stomach churn. But I feel like if the sound quality is as bad as I hear it every time you goddamn play it, it's a travesty to the auditory senses. People are at home cursing, throwing their two-way radios out the window. Breaker, breaker.
Transistor. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete here in Southern California, holding it down.
And you're listening to Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast, if you couldn't tell, where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Yeah, the John and the Pete. The wrong and the right. There's two sides to every Schwartz, John. We're going to get to the bottom of this one today, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the heads. You'll be the tails. Oh, you're right.
The upside, the downside, right?
Yeah. The cat to my dog. Exactly.
the tomato to your tomato.
Yeah. You say potato, I say shut the fuck up. Let's start the show. Let's call the whole thing off. Hey.
Welcome, everybody. We're just having fun here, but we got a couple of messages and we're going to get into our first segment.
Do it again. You know it. You know it. She's what she gets it. Angela Karras gets it. Man. She always picks up and put down. Good folks. Good folks. Thanks for listening. Anyone who's coming in live or that we're watching now or we're going through messages before we start, if you hit that banner above our heads, we're live on YouTube. You can see these shows are on our YouTube channel, or you can see our Spotify shows that we have. John puts the utmost care into. It's brilliant and beautiful. It's like seeing Leonardo DiCaprio try to paint something.
It's like on his back.
Right. Remember when Leonardo da Vinci was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Crazy.
It's still his best movie. Best movie.
Yeah, best toga work I've seen.
Stupid.
Oh, it must have been her. She left and I left and we left. Shaboom bop.
You left together.
Yeah, man. Hate to see you go. Love to watch you leave, man. All right. Thanks for calling in.
Well, I think that's going to lead us into our first lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down! Gonna do a shot with John Pete, then we're gonna do lightning round!
How you doing, lightning round guy?
He's doing better. Like, he has good ideas. I told him to come offering gifts. Bring shots, bring ideas for stupidity, but don't just come yelling and screaming, I took your notes! I'm doing pretty good! Here's your shot! All right, thank you. Mea culpa! I'll see you next time. He's a good dude. We're working on it.
Baby steps. It's baby steps. Yeah.
To the lightning gods. That's what Thor said.
That's what Thor said.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Drink. Oh, no. I think we're ready now.
Well, anyone knows that our first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
I think I might be, because everybody who listens and everybody who knows that our first segment is always John asking questions that I answer ridiculously and then sets me up for the same questions later on the show. When we all learn our morals. It's like a goddamn lesson in school. And I don't know about you. I didn't sign up for it. So I try to be a little more savvy these days. So bear with me. Let's see what we got here.
I do love that only a couple of our alternate lightning round segments have the repeating questions occur, but it's so much further in the episode that it psychs you out. I'm in your head, brother. Yeah. I'm in your head.
Bro, you have no idea. I wake up at night. Did I make the right choice? He's going to ask me the same question again. He said there was a part 2. Shit.
Bizarro answers.
Right. No, I am happy about no. Okay, ready, go.
What are your thoughts on vigilante justice?
I'm kind of, my thing is, I just like to go with the crowd. So if the vigilantes are like forming a posse, like, let's join it. There's nothing like a good mob mentality. Like, sometimes I get there, I don't even have my own pitchfork, and they're like, hey, here's a pitchfork for you. We got plenty of torches already. And it's a really good mentality to be in. Okay, I don't think it's good all the time, but I do think there is something to be said about the idea of vigilantism, the idea of, fucking, who was the Equalizer? Remember the show back in the 80s and 90s? And like, yeah, that kind of shit. Charles Bronson,
yeah.
I'm all for that. But the whole thing of like, let's go get him, boys. And you get a whole block of people, like, because none of us are as stupid as all of us. But I think one man bent on justice, Tuesdays, Thursdays, he will do nothing, if not fail miserably.
Hey, will you please repeat that last phrase? Not the fail miserably one, but the one right before it. Well, none of us.
Oh, none of us are as dumb as all of us.
It's fantastic, and it's so true.
It's that same thing. You put two people together, like, okay, here's a think tank. Here's like you're bouncing ideas. You put 4 people, and now you have like, well, let's split up into pods, and like, let's all marinate on this for a day. And you come back like, this is what we should do. Yeah, let's build robots. What? We're a dog food company. Now we're a dog food robot company. Like, it just gets way off tracks, and people are too proud, and everyone is fucking patting each other on the backs and stupidity. So no.
Well, and like you said, the mob mentality, right? Yeah, the mob mentality. Yeah.
If we could specifically define what kind of vigilantism, vegetarian, Vegemite, good idea.
Right, yeah.
Here's where some of my friends down there. I'm talking about you guys, right? Fucking vigilante agent.
Well, you know that's illegal in England. That's how vigilante Vegemite is.
Right. Oh yeah. you put like 2 or 3 cans of Vegemite together, they start like rounding people up. Like, you want to eat this? What's that? Nope, can't do it. Nope. It's gonna go down. Nope. Too soon.
Well, and that actually leads to a perfect follow-up question. When it comes to vigilante justice, what is like the most acceptable circumstance? You were saying like there are moments when it's like, yeah, like when is it universally acceptable?
Dude, you have to have. I feel like there have to be defined parameters, but as soon as we define parameters, then we're animals. Because like this is okay, right? Any gathering of 5 or less people, as long as they're not like Travis in the bunch. Travis always has fucking bad ideas. I don't know how many Travises you know. I've been to jail many a time on a Travis incident. Anyway.
Too many Travises.
Right? Too many.
Too many. Mm-hmm.
So 4 people, a gathering of 4 or less can institute vigilante justice if it is approved under these guidelines. Guideline A. Offense has to contain an aggressive act that was not punished to the right degree. Like when my cousin won the lottery and he only gave all of us scratchers, said, good luck, you gotta make your own way in this world. He's like, we all got together. My aunties, my Uncle Kenny, we're like, this is vigilante justice right here. Let's go get him. So we burned his trailer down.
And it has to be known that the offense actually did occur by this person. It has to be known. It can't be like a passion, like, well, someone said and we're not sure, but they got off, so let's string them up. Like it can't be that. It has to be like, right. Oh yeah, they mocked us. They called us and mocked us, saying they did it, but they still got off, kind of thing.
100%, and that's article number 2. The 4 people must be wearing masks to distinguish them from one another in the team. If you are out for vigilantism, you need to be protecting your identity. We got lives to live, vigilantes. Hit A to proceed to the next article.
Why do I have to be Mr. Pink?
Come on, it's not like you're Mr. Pussy, okay? I'm Mr. Brown. It's like Mr. Shit over here. There's no Mr. Blacks.
Because everyone wants to be. Okay, is there an Article 3, or should we move on to the next question?
Article 3, you will all have specialties. One of you must be a driver. One must be good with hand-to-hand combat, even if it's against small children.
Even if you are a small child, right?
Especially if you're a small child. If you can't keep up with your classmates, I'm not sure you're going to cut it into vigilantism. Either way, get in the van and put the mask on. We're going on patrol. Article 4, don't put kids in the van with masks on.
Sounded like we were going kidnapping really hard. Hard
real
left
fast. Yeah. We would have vigilantes ourselves.
Right, yeah. Article 5, do not get mistaken for people kidnapping a child.
Dude, I'm kicking my own ass here. I'm done.
I mocked myself. I got away with it.
Oh, stupid as shit.
So next question.
So guidelines.
Yeah, go for it.
Specific guidelines. That's what I'm saying. So what is the thing? What I have to have guidelines, John. And this is where we get like 20 or 30 of our closest friends to sit down and really hammer this out. I think we can get something on paper, really take a turn to the legal system on how vigilantism. Come on, we can have petitions. All of us.
Robots.
Oh shit! This is the first time in a long time where we've had to like take a brief pause during the lightning round with like pour a shot. John, should we remember the good old times when we were talking about the robots? And we did already. We just did. I know it's been great. That was a good. I feel like it's in the middle. We're like, all right, and cut. Like we can cut this out, right? I'm like, okay. John, good take. I like your energy out there. Let's give it a shot. Let's do a little. What you mean there? We're still live. This is
hold on. We'll be right with you. This is an aside. They can't look. You put your hand up to your mouth. They can't hear it.
Shit. Okay.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So I really liked what we did there. That was one of my favorite little riffs. Like we had a good talk. It was funny. We brought robots in. We talked about mobs. John, I'm pretty sure people were going to send us pitchforks who like robots, and I need more of them. I have a big mob coming up, and I'm saying it's too late to put the fucking guidelines in, but it's going to be too big. I need it anyway. John, good work. Sorry to take you.
I did a callback.
You did a great callback, bro. You did a great callback. Yeah, no.
We'll be right with you. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hey. So, yeah, we got the next question going. Are you ready, my boy Pete?
Cheers.
Hey, let's cheers.
And here's a shot to you. Thanks. Good lightning round, everybody. Hey, thanks for listening. And listen, shots. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yeah.
Nope.
So, as a mirror question, when does it universally cross a line? Vigilante justice.
And when it's an emotional response, when it's solely based on emotion, when if you're looking at like a legal system, things like, oh, technicalities of someone gets off technicalities, but like, oh no, you went to a full trial, you were off, totally exonerated because of the evidence. It was like, oh yeah, maybe something, but it's like, oh, you know what? The juror number 4 fell asleep, so therefore you're free. Or like, turns out the bailiff was banging the court stenographer and somehow it leaked to the like, I don't know. And that's bullshit, right? But I think it's totally like trial goes, this goes, and like, oh no, you're off. Like, no, you can make someone's life miserable. You can be a fucking pest. You can't be a vigilante that way. You can't wear the mask. The mask is used for justice, and the zip ties are used for fun. I mean, justice as well.
Just us. Zip ties are used for just us. I would say, would you add to that if you don't allow the system to proceed with the normal justice? Like if you like skip the whole court altogether, you don't allow that?
Oh yeah, there's 100 things. Like there's like diplomatic immunity, but diplomatic immunity. Spiritisms are also a thing. Ooh, am I having a stroke? What's happening?
Burnt toast?
Yeah, but if you, I taste copper. Copper.
That's fine.
That's rum. It's rum. It's the shot glass.
Yeah.
No, but like when there's documented cases of diplomats who are in Washington or New York or Chicago and they commit fucking horrible offenses and like, nope, sorry, you can't search the limo, you can't search anything, and then like, oh, okay, I'm going home.
Right.
Back in the day, like not today, we're learned people who don't do horrible things anymore. What?
We're so much better. We're so much better.
So much better. Yeah.
But if you know, out of passion, and you're like, I heard the person is the one who did this to my something family member.
No.
I'm gonna go string them up. I'm gonna go and don't allow them to get arrested. Right? Yeah. No. Exactly. Right. I would. Yeah. I didn't know if you would add that in, but I would very much add that in, and you do. So yeah. Right. Yeah. That's you gotta allow normal justice system to work.
Well, I say yes and I say no on a couple of things because it's like we're talking about unfounded things of whatever. I was thinking like, oh no, you got to let the system play out. And like you try it and like whatever, but it's like, you know, for a fact, like someone no, and not
they told you they did it. That like we talked about earlier. They're mocking you with it.
Yeah. Then yeah.
And that's where the two things come up: the acceptable circumstances and the crossing the line. And right, if they mock you, if you know 100%, then it's a clear-cut case, right?
Yeah, no, and you hurt my physically, you hurt my family, you hurt my family like or my nieces and nephews.
I have a special set of skills. Right.
Yeah. One of them is talking shit on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific. The other is networking with people who are very bad people and who will put me in touch with even worse people. And those people know how to party. Once I'm done talking to them, I'm pretty sure you're going to have some problems.
So basically, your set of skills are a gift of gab. Okay, we got
I'm a networker, John. Just point me in a direction. I'm very good. Okay, you took me the first people in Colombia. We went down there. Listen, we do not know anybody, but there is much fun to be had. We have a whole plane, all cargo space. Fill it with whatever you want. You said we didn't need that many pinatas. Look what the pinatas filled for us, John.
Yeah, you got a plethora. You got a plethora.
Would you say a plethora of pinatas, John?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Si plethora.
Final question. This one should be an easy one and not take 20 minutes like all the other ones.
You know what?
My boy Pete. My boy Pete.
Sounds like a challenge to me. It sounds like a challenge. John, I need to read you my journal when I was 14. And this question brings to mind page 38. Go on. I'm listening.
This was a midday entry.
Oh. I skipped this afternoon's classes. What a scallywag I am. Mother is away. Nana is in the garden. She's such a nose. Anyway, ta-ta till tea time. Yours truly, fucking my boy Pete. Cheers.
Yours in triumph.
Yeah, my boy Pete. It's very aggressive, even as a small child growing up. Tea time. Go ahead. Sorry.
My boy Pete, who is your favorite comic book vigilante?
Punisher.
There you go. Okay. Dave?
100%. That was the easy one.
That was the easy one.
Easy.
Well, let's get into our first actual segment and talk about vigilantes for a little bit.
Let's do it. I've got some vigilantes for you, John. No. I mean, I'm in my back. I'm ready. Bring them on you. I don't want to interrupt. Fuck up your flow, man. You're doing good. You're doing really good tonight.
Is that the red light I keep on seeing?
Yeah, it really is. And it's not like a sniper dot. It's the keep talking live on air. Applause.
Applause.
Applesauce.
No exit.
Yeah. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Because I think John's gonna, because if this is the serious thing, John's gonna bring some rough things into it, because this is awesome, and he has me off guard. So I feel like maybe you guys want to just, this is the time to like take a little hit, have a little smoke, do a little shot, refresh your drink, get up, do the old fucking two-sided stretch.
Get yourself some chicken and booze.
Yeah, chicken and booze. We're coming out with a cookbook, chicken and booze. We're also coming out with an exercise video, a two-sided stretch. It's a lot of just standing up and reaching for chicken or booze. And put them on different sides of you. It's a whole thing. If you order today, you can get chicken booze cookbooks, two-sided stretch, and the go bag from Two Sides, which features a grinder, 3 small airplane shots of rum, 3 small shots of vodka, 3 small shots of human adrenal gland. Don't take those all in one place. This too can be yours for 79 payments of $49.99, spread out over a 24-hour period. Call today.
Thanks, Patreon.
So dumb, John. What have we done? I mean, what have I? No, you.
We're going to talk about the Guardian Angels.
Okay. They had berets.
They did. Red berets.
Yeah, damn straight. And which sometimes was a little more aggressive. Okay, no, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you finish.
Red windbreakers too. Very,
yes.
made them stand out. Right.
Right. It was like, and the thing that I thought about them once I realized that they did not go to the meetup for all the gangs and escape from New York. I was like, you're not a real vigilante group. Like, you could have just busted everyone there, right? Guardians, stop vigilanting us. Blink, blink, blink.
Little 1%er for everybody. Anyway,
that's a deep cut, bro.
So in New York City in the mid 1970s, there was a huge spike in crime that lasted through the 80s. There was a major recession, just a perfect storm of crime to be ripe for happening. At one point, 15,000 felonies were recorded in the subway every year. Just felonies.
Just not misdemeanors, not misdemeanors. Hey, Mister.
Mr. Meaner.
Yeah. This is Mrs. Meaner. You'd like to come to dinner this evening?
Right. No, so it's not jumping the turnstile. Right.
Right. It's like
it's not drinking on the train. That's a misdemeanor. Yep.
I jumped the turnstile and murdered my neighbor. Oh well, you know what? Hey, we're gonna overlook the turnstile, but the fucking murder is something we're not gonna tolerate out here.
So Bernhard Goetz was born in Queens in 1947. He was working at an electronics business he had established in his apartment when he was mugged for the second time in 1981, after which he began carrying a concealed handgun despite having no permit. He tried to get a permit. He said the reasoning was he carried a lot of cash on him. It was denied. In the 80s, with this rampant violence, he decided to take justice into his own hands. In the afternoon of December 22nd, 1984, Goetz was on the subway and with a windbreaker, funny enough, and was approached, was just sitting next to four young black men. And one of them moved towards him and said, "Give me $5." At which he opened his windbreaker, pulled out his gun and said, "Take it all," and shot Barry Allen, Daryl Caby, Troy Canty, and James Ramseur.
Yeah, no, I knew you were going to get something bullshit. I knew who guessed, and I thought I heard Fritz, and I was like, "Is this from Germany?" Yeah, this Germans, they shoot shootings all the time. They revenge is not this thing. That and chocolates. You should come back later.
No, it was Fritz the cat, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Why couldn't it have been Heathcliff? Why not a fucking Felix? Give me something a magical bag. I remember this, and this was awful. This is a go. No, this is awful.
So he later said
1981, he'd been mugged twice.
No, he'd been mugged in 81. He started carrying the gun in 84. This is when it
84.
happened. December 22nd, 84.
Oh, well, at least he got to see the Olympics. That was when Mary Lou Retton did the gold. It was amazing. But then Lola Budd tripped what's her face? And Zola Budd in the meter, and then she tripped. Bro, it was like the whole Kerrigan Harding thing even before that ever happened. Precursors, John. Sorry, 84.
How often do you watch vintage Olympic? Never mind. Let's not get into that. That could be a whole thing. Okay, so he said that he went up to KB and shot him a second time, saying, "You seem all right. That seemed to be all right. Here's another." The conductor heard the shots, stopped the train, and came in to see what was happening. At that point, he had seen people cowering in the corner. He said, "What? Are you okay?" And they're like, "No, we're terrified because someone is shooting people in our car." But they didn't actually respond. They just were terrified. He jumps off the train.
That was an editorial. That was
me. That was an editorial.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
He jumps off the train, runs down the tracks, and gets away. He goes out to New England. He turns himself in on the 31st, right before New Year's, and becomes a huge sensation for a little bit. There are pouring in of phone calls to radio stations and the police saying that they supported the subway vigilante, what is what he was known as, and even a billboard that says New York City supports the subway vigilante.
That's just awful. That's like, but that was so simple-minded, because at that point, I would be interested to see, John, because the vacuum we live in today was not even a vacuum, because it's so much information. You can see anything. People can make shit up. Like you can. I follow The Onion every day. I know exactly what's happening. You know, there's like spoof things, and there's different irony, and there's comedy, and there's specific news, and there's news that is tilted this way and it's tilted that way, and everyone's tilted something. Like the only paper I read is my niece's school newspaper. She's in 6th grade. It's pretty fucking hard hitting. I don't know if you knew, but Jessica is a lunch stealer. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Jessica.
Yeah. My niece got suspended for 2 days for writing that in print.
I was going to ask if she was the one writing the articles, but yeah.
Yeah. And it was awesome. And I was like, this is hard hitting news, and this is truth. Right? If you trust the source, you can trust that Jessica's going to take your goddamn ham sandwich. That's going to happen.
Yeah. You don't turn your back on Jessica. Not at lunchtime.
No, not at lunchtime. Mostly at lunchtime.
So with this favorable public opinion, he had an initial grand jury early in 85, and they found it as a justifiable killing, or not killing, no one died, justifiable defense, and did not indict him. But the public favor, because he kept on talking, he didn't have to, but he kept on talking, and people started realizing, oh, he just shot 4 young black men on the subway when they didn't actually, they had screwdrivers, 2 of them had screwdrivers, but they didn't pull them out. They were unarmed when he did this, and they did not jump at him, right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So he was indicted from a grand jury a second time. They actually went through with the indictment. He was charged with, 13 charges, and was found innocent of all of them except for criminal possession of a handgun, because in New York City, back then, up until recently, you couldn't do that. That's the only one he got. He served less than a year of jail time from that.
See, and the only okay, I guess I'm so callous to so much, but we all have been for so long. It's like, all right, but no one died. All right, well, that's why they forgot about it.
Well, one was paralyzed and had brain damage for the rest of his life. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I have a co-host on the 2-sided pod on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He walks around a lot, but sometimes he just checks the fuck out.
Yeah.
Too soon?
2-sided.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you like what you've heard, if you can't believe that we're still together after a year and a half of this horse shit, then I need you to go ahead and subscribe, hit that like, hit that alert button, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your parole officer. We will be back here on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. We will be back on Thursday, 8 p.m., probably 8:10. This thing, my nails have to get done. Okay, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'll tell fucking my nail person to hurry up, and then we'll get to it. Cuticles will be fun. I know.
And for those not listening live, our YouTube channel is 2-Sided Podcast. Basically, everything, we have a lot of socials out there. It's either 2-Sided Pod or 2-Sided Podcast. That's it. The only difference is cast. And we're the cast, Pete. We're the cast.
Yeah, we're the cast. And really, really what you need to look for, because I'm unassuming, I'm wilting, I'm like a little weeping willow. I say, boo, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. If you're looking through any of the socials, look for John L. Peacock. He is a mighty oak who stands high and mighty with his flaming red hair and his jolly grin. Like he's a beacon in the light of the social media bog that we know it as. look for his face on any of our shits, and it'll be a cartoon or it'll be a mugshot because he's coming out to visit, and I'm saving up bail money. We're not going far. We're just gonna gamble on what we have.
Yeah, because if it's a candid shot, it will blind you even at nighttime. Like, I'm real pale. So all this was roughly 5 years.
Gotta get one more in. Sorry. You take a picture of it at night, it's like taking a picture of a jellyfish underwater. It's like, whoa! Sorry, go. Sorry, go. Sorry,
All this, talking about Bernie Getz, all this was roughly 5 years after another vigilante group was formed to protect people from the violence epidemic occurring at that time in New York City subway system, the Guardian Angels, from an MIT report. The Alliance of Guardian Angels, Inc. is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization whose purpose is to fight crime and provide positive, real-life let's try that again. Provide positive, real-life role models for young people. Founded on February 13th, 1979 in New York City, Curtis Sliwa was with just 13 members, himself and 12 others. The Guardian Angels now number over 5,000 members in 67 American, Canadian, and Mexican cities.
All right, but do we get like discount cards or like Denny's or like free coffee when we go to Chevron? Like, you see my beret, right? Do I get 2 extra sugars for this? For like, damn it! Why am I patrolling the streets vigilante style? I barely got to use my nunchucks once last month. Crazy.
Yeah, but the cops are already doing that. So now you have other people coming in like, I'm protecting you. And then you have the mob coming in like, I'm protecting you. You're not going to be able to provide for all of them.
John, thank you for bringing this up. And this is going to be another show. But this is the economy that I've worked out from my commune, is that we all intimidate and force each other into other things. It's not a barter economy. It's more of a blackmail economy. You're going to do this. I'm going to rearrange more of your furniture next time I come back. And you're like, oh, shit. And you go to your furniture guy's like, you're going to fix this goddamn furniture. Otherwise, I'm going to not paint your house. And you're like, shit. You're going to paint. It's going to do good. It's a horrible game of telephone. Very, very irate. I highly recommend it. We're still working in the beginning stages in the think tank. There's 27,000. We're getting better at it.
Well, speaking of that, members now range from young 20s up to 80 years old. And outside of New York, with all their little franchises that they got, they are primarily on college campuses and organizing weekend community events.
No, fuck that, dude. When they're 80 years old, my buddy's grandpa still wore his Boy Scouts uniform, would go to the troop shit when he was like 82. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't build a fire. You can barely breathe. You can barely. Nope, John. I'm not going there. All the boys have to just sit there and hate you from afar, not for any reason, just because you're old. Not for the reasons they hate all the other counselors, just because you're old.
Right.
Oof, close one.
So Curtis Lua and the other 12 called themselves the Magnificent 13, and in 1979 they rode the subways to conduct safety patrol. According to their website, quote, for 37 years, thousands of people have joined the Guardian Angels and created chapters in over 130 cities in 13 countries to protect their communities and improve substantially the quality of life, end quote.
And this was when did they start? When did they started in the 70s? But
79.
79. Yeah. But it's the same
February.
Yep. Look at what we were doing. Like it's the same thing like Electric Boogaloo and like Electric Boogaloo 2. Like the street that we knew that it was that street, but it wasn't that street. It was like what when we watched New Jack City. That was like 92, 93, 92, something. And it was like, oh my God, New York City. Holy shit. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Like, holy shit.
And every subway car is covered in graffiti and
right. It's like Style Wars.
Times
It's
Square.
Different thing.
Right. Yeah.
Different weeks, right? It's the fun times. It's the times like that is the cruise I want to go on. I'm not going on a Disney cruise. I'm going on 1979, 1984 New York City Times Square cruise. You don't even want to know what their fucking lineup for entertainment is going to be. It's going to be ridiculous.
Colin Quinn has a great joke of when he's a Brooklyn boy. So when the young Brooklyn people come in and like, man, I really wish I could be around in those good old days of the 70s and 80s. It's like, you wouldn't last 5 minutes.
100%, bro. Like that's 100%. Because there's different times. And even me, like I'm accountable on my like, when I'm a little bit like can do something in California, but I'm like, I'm in Indianapolis. Like, okay. Like it's the same place. Like, but it's not the same. It's you go, it's the idea of could you acclimate? You're the toad in the boiling water. And we slowly turn the heat up since 1962. And now we're boiling, but you throw another frog in there from today with our fucking Avion. Goddamn, it's vegan water. There's low carbs.
It's naive backwards.
It's a keto based water. It's super good. The Dalai Lama actually sneezed into it in the stream, and we harvest it from the stream. It's $3,800 a bottle. And I think you're going to love it.
So in May of 1981, this is 2 years roughly after their inception, the article, quote, "Does New York Need the Guardian Angels?" appeared in Police magazine. It questioned the cons along with the supposed pros of having an organized yet unsupervised militia-style vigilante group in the mix of New York during the highest crime rates of the city's history.
All right, John, let's just spitball this one, okay?
Okay.
And we went back, we're in 81 when it was in Police magazine, because I tried to do a chronological list with names and things, and you like to jump back and forth, which really fucks me up because I don't do my line spacing good enough to fit more facts in, where you decided to insert them later in the story. I digress. I feel like in 1981, it was very un-New York of New York to just let one guardian angel group have free reign. I feel like the Bronx should have had a group. I feel like Queens should have had a group. Fucking Jamaica Queens, come on, bro. Think of the outfits. Yeah, boy, we got hoodies. They're purple with freaking little pockets. They call us the platypi. We protect everyone with our pouches and our tails.
Never fear, Brooklyn's here.
Hey, you got a problem? You got a problem now. We got all hoodies. And we ain't going home till we fucking fuck some shit up. You want to rob somebody? Rob my hoodie. I just feel like they didn't push hard enough. Like you just let one, it was like having one. That's why the five families, John, when you had the Gambino, the Bonanno, the Trevisi, the Palantino, the Sriracha, and Dopey. When you had those families, John, there was a symbiotic relationship. They all fed and kept everything safe. When you have just one group of guardian angels, everything goes to pot, John. Everything. If I had been there, I would have loved it.
So from this article, quote, "The Guardian Angels were created in 1979 by Curtis Sliwa, a charismatic 25-year-old high school dropout. Sliwa, who is called Rock by his followers, claims the organization has grown from 13 to nearly 1,000, remember this is 81, 2 years later, members, and that the Angels have open chapters in other cities and in Puerto Rico. very quickly. That's the good franchising. However, police in those jurisdictions dispute Slua's claim about the new chapters. Most of the angels come from the poorest, toughest sections of the city. Almost 65% are, this is 81, Oriental.
Oof,
24, yeah, I know.
John
This
is
is a
quote,
quote from Police Magazine in 81. 24 members are women. The angels, 24, wow, of 1,000. Anyway, the angels have been criticized by New York Police Department Patrolmen's Benevolent Association because they come close to taking law into their own hands and because they seek publicity. I could stop here or I could keep going.
They look like strong men. But then nothing of New York makes me came and took it all away. That's why I'm taking it back, John. I'm taking all the streets back.
All right, Curtis, rock Slua. Strong hands. In addition, the association disputes the angels being credited with having interceded in 104 crimes or potential crimes. However, other city officials state the angels may act as a deterrent to crime, and some commuters have said their presence of the angels made them feel safer. So, like, they're looking at the pros and the cons in this article. The New York police have offered a program that would have recognized the angels as auxiliary police, but this program was rejected by Slua. Transit police are concerned that other gangs may attempt to copy the angels and that the angels themselves, who carry no weapons, may encounter an armed criminal. Remember, this is 3 years before Bernie Goetz shot the 4 unarmed black men.
Well, John, but also remember, this is America. And we have a right to bear arms. Polar bear, black bear, panda bear, drop bear. I'm thinking forward. I'm thinking, okay, but no, we're not there yet. Are you going to sum up with where we are today at any point? If you could, are you going to jump back in the beginning?
No,
or the future?
I'm moving forward.
Okay, let me know, because are we going to have a final finish up of where we are today with the angels?
Yes.
A summation?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I'm going to make notes. Ready to go. I got jokes.
Okay, so they've stuck around in New York ever since, and even with the early skepticism from the NYPD, there's even a documentary released in 2017 called Vigilante, the incredible true story of Curtis Slua and the Guardian Angels. And a blurb for that says, quote, in David Wexler's entertaining look back at a very different NYC, Slua presents his unfiltered take on his controversial organization and its enduring legacy. End quote.
Is that on tape? Is there a book on tape for that? I listened to that. I wouldn't read that.
It's a documentary.
I wouldn't watch a documentary. I'll listen to it. I'll close my eyes and think about the pictures they paint, their words. And then I'll open them and see, did it meet up my expectations? No, sir, it didn't. Anyway, keep going.
So the pandemic hit. Public transportation was reduced to essential employees only. Times Square was vacant for the first time in possibly over a century, and crime started to creep back into the subways. In early 2021, the Daily News posted an article about the Guardian Angels. Quote, the city's transit system will be awash in red berets as the Guardian Angels plan to ramp up subway patrols to combat the growing surge of violence, its founder said. Radio show host and Guardian Angels founder Curtis Slua said that his 300 angels in New York, which usually patrol in groups of 5 or 6, will be broken into pairs for more widespread coverage. So they're getting themselves back out there.
Yeah, and still no competition.
As far as organized in that realm, no,
yeah, I mean,
not New York.
We're talking. We got Batman, we got the Preacher, we got Punisher, we got my friend Dave from down the block. You should see his cape. I mean, wait, allegedly. 3, 2, 1. Cut that out.
We do have Travis.
Travis and Vince.
Anytime you bring in 5 people, the 5th person is always Travis.
So we got you got to think outside the box, John. Like, right? What about the Midtown Messiahs, right? And they're all well dressed. Hey, you wouldn't want to do that if I were you. Or the businessman brigade. No, the businessman, the business casual. Yeah, something like that. They're all in suits. Their briefcases are full of like medical supplies and like Narcan, and like they really get in there and do the Lord's work up on Wall Street. Or fucking do it homegrown, John, from Brooklyn. Do the Stepdad Squad. It's like cargo shorts, fanny packs, like basketball jerseys if it's hot.
Lots of pockets.
Lots of pockets. Hey, bro. Hey, what are you doing? A bunch of backward caps. Like, oh shit, you all have the same sweatshirt. And this is where the purple and gold come into play.
There you go.
Hey, the Stepdad Squad. They call us the marsupials. We got pouches in the front, fucking little marsupials in the back. Hey, squad up, boys. Let's go patrol this town.
Glad and nice to meet you.
Oh shit. A lot of times you write things down and you're like, that's gonna be great. I don't know. Maybe we'll edit that out. So it's good to know our subways are patrolled now, John. I'm glad that we're safe, and I'm glad they're in twos and twos. It's just like we call it the Rocks Arc, because two berets go marching 2 by 2. Didn't Dave Matthews do a song about the angels on patrol?
Right, yeah. Angels waving.
Yeah, there you go. Berets go marching like that.
Right, yeah. Their antennas waving. Yeah, it works. It works.
I digress.
He's from South Africa. It all works. Anyway, so Salua said they're using old school transit cop tactics where they patrol the train starting from the back to the front. He says, quote, if they find someone, we call 911. We'll call 311. We'll alert the conductor and the motorman and stay with them until the EMTs arrive or the police arrive. He also is they're also handing out pamphlets of what to do if you're pushed onto the tracks.
Did you get one of those, John? Because we've tried to go through the scenario with you and you don't seem very responsive. It was very off-putting when we pushed you down. You're just like, well, I'm down here. We'll take a nap now. You're just so tired. You're overworked. Tracks are not a place to sleep. Fucking the MTA says like you do you with the mask. Like, hey, you don't have to wear one, but this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Like, are you retarded? Hey, man, don't push on the tracks. But if you do, don't go to sleep.
Yeah, very slow. Very slow.
Why'd you got to call that one back?
So he says he never thought he'd be handing out those kind of pamphlets. Quote, I never thought I'd be handing out flyers on what to do if you're pushed onto the tracks and see a number 4 train coming down at you. So, but the NYPD at this time had already added more than 500 new officers to the transit system to combat the growing violence. So there was a response by the system at this point. And this is still de Blasio. This is before the election, right?
Oh, shit. But, okay. No, I'm with you, but I felt like, I'm with you, but I need to know, I'm trying to pace myself and like think about this mentally. Yeah. I thought you were summing up. I thought we were closing down. And like, no,
this is 2021. This is, yeah.
Right, that's why I thought we were done. No, but you got, okay, keep going. To de Blasio.
Right. So the more than 500 officers were added, but Salua had, as was already seen in '81, a penchant for fame, for attention. So he says, violence is so real, he said, with 70% less ridership, it becomes so obvious that there are people on the train that shouldn't be there. Going into a train station these days is like going into the beast of the belly. This is my city. I know what. What did I say? Into the belly of the beast. Yeah, there goes my dyslexia. Great. Yeah, belly of the beast. End quote. This was all coincidentally when Sliwa was running for mayor of New York. According to the New Yorker in October 2021, right before the election, quote, to many New Yorkers, it has become an anxious time in the city because it's reverting to its bad old 90s/80s self. Crime is up, subway ambience is down, and the Yankees are World Series star. It's just a fun New Yorker. Good for them. Anyway, further evidence, Curtis Sliwa, the founder of the Guardian Angels and the Koch-era tabloid fixture, is the Republican candidate for mayor.
Oh, you're pausing now. Okay. I wasn't sure. You're doing good. I take some issue with some of the writing, some of the things they say, because we're going back to the 90s eras in the subways. Yeah, but look at the fucking people. How many people don't pay attention? How many people have headbutts in? How many people are so rude on just a general level because they don't understand? They're not interacting with their world around them. And you have people who are unhoused, who are off their meds, and you just been disrespected for the last goddamn time. From someone who won't even look at you, who bumped you, like,
yep.
The whole thing is like, I think a lot of, I would not be on the fucking subways. I don't ride the lines around here without, I was like, yeah, I'll put in headphones when I get on there because I'm going to be here for an hour. Nope. At this point, like one headphone. You got to hear something. You got to be in the corner and looking around. Like, yeah, it's this is victim blame. Yes. What do you do when you get pushed on the tracks? Get up and get off the tracks. Don't touch the third rail.
Right.
Should I wait for help? Should I phone a friend? Should I do my 50-50 chance? Or should I get the fuck off the tracks? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a pamphlet for that. You turn to page 17, you'll see that the answer is not phone a friend. Now, move forward to page 72. The answer might be hinting at get off the tracks. You'll have to finish the whole pamphlet by page 150 to see what the real answer is. But don't take my word for it.
Well, this time was one of the sharpest increase in crime in the subway system since the 80s. I know that, especially the 2020. 2021, it was decreasing. Now in 2022, it is not the same as it was a year ago. It's definitely not the same it was 2 years ago. So there is a shift, and this is talking about that shift, right? But also, it might have been that he wanted more publicity as he was running for mayor. Might be a combination of both. He's using what the utensils at hand, right? The utility belts at hand.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like that, yes. But it's like, you look anywhere in the world, it's like we're not taking into what happened during that time in New York. So there was no one anywhere. You couldn't go and be gritty out on the street because you're the only one on the street.
Right.
You will be seen. But if you go to a subway car, there's 12 people here. I can get off in this next stop and jump on the next train or fall on the tracks.
Or run down the tracks.
Yeah.
Like Bernie did. Yeah, Bernie gets.
Right. It's just a whole different thing, Like, yeah. So you look at that time, of course the crime's up. Of course the things are up there.
Yeah.
It's like, of course our pollution went down as a whole society. Yeah, because the world was closed. You got to go to the dirty, seedy underbellies that are still running to do the dirt. I did not do one stick up at Little Caesars in person during the whole pandemic.
Virtually several, yeah, but not one in person.
That was a stick up for my own self. Like, oh God! But when we opened up again, oh, you better believe I was in there getting all that crazy bread. I'm crazy for free.
Let's wrap this up.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I have one more paragraph and a page and a book to go. Page 78.
Ding! Turn to page 78. Some condemn them as vigilantes. Lately, the Angels have had a cozier relationship with both the cops and the public. Although Arnaldo Salinas, the group's longtime senior director, recently admitted, quote, "We've gotten into our scuffles."
Heroin. Oh, we've gotten into the heroin trade. We
Scuffles.
believe in white slavery. We believe in antiquities theft over international borders, just like in True Lies. Was that too much? Sorry. Oh, but scuffles, yes.
This is off the record, right? This is off the record, yes. Scuffles. Harumph.
I get a harumph out of you there.
So membership waxes and wanes, and now it's around 350 by Selena's counts. The Angels still hit the streets and ride the trains 7 days a week.
Hey, John, after this show that you just did, I think there's going to be 357, 8, 9. There's 7 of us in listening and 2 of us here, and I think we are all primed and ready to use our nunchucks. Nunchucks? I don't know, but I have a red windbreaker and I want to break some skulls. Come on, folks, get on that train nearest you. That's awful. It's awful. But no, why don't you join the 2-sided, the Stepdad Brigade? John wears tie-dyed shirts and jean shorts. I look homeless. Let's go keep the streets safe.
What's that, the 2-sided Guardians?
Yeah. No. 2-sided dumpster divers. 2-sided tourists. We ask a lot of questions and make everyone feel uncomfortable until you leave and stop assaulting us verbally. Hey, what are you doing that for? Why is that? Hey, is that legal? Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just asking questions.
God damn you, questions. Okay, that was a rough one. It was crashing and burning. Well, to the Guardians, of the galaxy or New York, whatever train or beret you may ride, I believe you're doing the right thing and you're not moving horse into the Bay Area like the Hells Angels did.
Okay.
Not the Guardian Angels or the Guardians of the Galaxy. Galaxy Quest, that was a great movie. Johnny Quest. Ooh, Johnny Quest. Anyway, sorry, no more association. Johnny Mnemonic. Ooh, mnemonics. Hooked on phonics, almost. Cheers to you, John.
Cheers to you, brother.
Let's get pissed.
We got some messages.
So let's just say
before the Guardian Angels, we're talking about Curtis Sliwa's group in New York City in the 70s. Yes, I met Curtis. Really nice guy. See?
That's what I'm thinking, man. Like, he seems like he's legit. I'm down with all the things, but I'm like, I feel like we all unify. We could get better costumes and like really go against him. I don't know why everything has to be a competition, but it kind of does. Folks, John, before you play more messages, we just went through a whole segment. Just want to say thank you so much for listening, everyone. If you're listening live right now, you can hit that banner above us. We're live on Spotify, YouTube. Yep, that's it. Live on YouTube, so you can see the video. Yep. If you don't make it here now, you can see our YouTube channel. We're also on Spotify, Apple Pod, Apple TV, Granny Apples, Fuji Apples. I'm more into a golden delicious mood myself.
Gross.
Shit. I know, right? Easy there, pie, bacon, apple. No goddamn pie face. Your pie, bacon, apples.
Give me a Granny Smith any day.
Yeah. You see, where's Grampy Smith? He's not in the picture. He asked too many questions.
It's all the pink ladies that got him.
I know. Pink lady. Where's her orchard? Is she around here? I'm just asking for a friend. Is she around here somewhere? Okay. Call me. That would be the Clue game with apples. All right. Lady, pink lady, Granny Smith, Professor Fiji. That's too soon. If we would have made this in the 90s, John, we could have gotten away with it because we would have to just have real. Nope. Can't even make that joke now.
Well, they've had to update the original Clue game. So yeah, I think you're right. Basically,
Which
any
is
kind of Clue game
horseshit, bro.
made back then would have to be updated.
No, because you gotta kill people. Like, how can you make a game like we're gonna update? It's too offensive. Remember when you murdered someone and we all talked about who did it? And we figure out that you were the murderer. That's cool, but also if you like make some weird comments about someone's ethnicity in a picture form or some sort of a we can't have that. Let's just get to the murder and who done it.
Let's get back to the messages. But you and Senor Lobo were both talking about the Guardian Angels. They had some good qualities, right? You mentioned the Hell's Angels. Of those kind of vigilante groups that were for the community, with everything I've heard, I trust the Black Panthers the best because they actually gave back to the community. They protected, but they also gave food and so many amazing things back to the community.
Hell's Angels a lot of times. Like, depending on the way, like back in the day when you were up in Northern California, like in shit, haven't been home forever. Up near Lodi, because you'd have to take the fucking the 12 freeway all the way through and it would go right through Lodi, and it was a 2-lane highway for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that was where we had such a great drug supply growing up, right on the pipeline. But they would always do like fun runs and do give backs and do Christmas things, and like they were always taking care, especially in their local community, Acampo. Because truly, the whole fucking Sons of Anarchy, that's like truly, like they refer to Lodi in San Francisco, like Lodi is where I grew up. If you like Sons of Anarchy, I was in Lodi.
Is that the first name drop you've ever done on this show? I think that's the first name drop you've ever done. Hey, if you like Sons of Anarchy, I'm pretty connected. All right.
I actively didn't say that. I was just saying about the whole pipeline. I'm like, that's a real thing. Like all that stories of what they did, that's real. I was like, I'm connected. Yeah, John. Yeah, you were in Arizona. You know all the cactus.
So the thing about Curtis Sliwa is that he's very opinionated and he's also very radical. But you know what? I would have voted for him as mayor, not this Eric Adams, who's doing a terrible job. His son's also autistic, if you couldn't tell. But anyways, yeah, great guy, really friendly. Loves the pussy, like he loves cats. He was all for no-kill shelters, and look what's going on now.
Oof. Yeah, that. I'm all about the animals.
That is an amazing thing of his. He was very much for the all no-kill shelters. You got to have a legacy. Eric Adams was the
whole no-kill shelter. Was like, that's why we got to keep this podcast going, because if I release John into the wild right now, he'd have to go to a kill shelter. I'm gonna wait till the law is passed so I can put him somewhere upstate where he can go up to pasture and run around with all the other cancer gingers in the world.
I'm happy.
Where is it? He's in his special place now.
He was the borough president of Brooklyn, my borough, when he was running for mayor. So I'd known him, but actually even before that, he was a local representative. So I'd been following his political career for basically the past 10 years. I don't agree with everything he's doing, but like I enjoy Eric Adams as our mayor. I'm giving him. He's not a De Blasio.
I really enjoy him. I've been following his career for about 10 years. I've been following his car for about 7. I've been now following his kids.
I told you that in private. Shh.
I like him as a mayor, and I like to see what he does, how the stress gets to him. Sometimes you'll see a man
doing it. The fuck is keto-friendly water? You better give me a good goddamn reason why you need some keto-friendly water, bro. Please tell me the benefits. I'm waiting.
Well, the whole thing is if you're trying to drop some of those fucking winter pounds, because bro, it's still 2-piece season and it's not too late to get back into shape, right? So what we are posting here on the 2-sided pod, we're saying hourly shots, if not more, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Do that for a couple hours on those nights. Take your keto-friendly water, because we want a keto-angry water. I mean, it's a very specific. Nope, got nothing there. They're $2,800 a bottle.
Yeah, you can put the NYPD and the MTA cops down in the subways, but that's not going to stop people from jumping across the platform onto another platform, doing, the Showtime shit. That's just exhausting. John, you know exactly what I'm talking about when we're talking about Showtime. Some of these people need to be pushed on the tracks. You know what I mean? They got to be taught a lesson. Jeez, I'm turning to Curtis now.
I love it. I love it so much, the whole Showtime. John didn't give me
Showtime, everybody.
any
What
clue.
time is it? It's showtime. Showtime.
John didn't give me any clue. John, so if you haven't learned by this show, John is very informational. John is very researched. John has his shit together, but you just have to let it take form because he doesn't like to give it to you in a normal way where you don't know what's happening. He's like, come this way. And over here in 1981, like, what are we doing? And also,
I'm a storyteller.
Right. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? So aggressively, he didn't tell me any of the shit of any. He's like crossing streets, he's running through traffic. I'm like, this guy's a fucking asshole. We get on the subway finally, and he's like barely keeping up with him. I'm fucking lugging a big ass suitcase and a backpack. What does he have? Fucking all high and mighty red hair and a shot glass. Bullshit. Why don't you have a... Anyway, I digress. Get to the subway and what time is it? Showtime. I was like, what is happening? What is happening? And then the next time we were on it, it was the mariachi band. And then there was like the random people like, yes, bro.
No.
This? But then you get the people who are doing horrible shit. And then you get the other, like, it's just keep your head on your swivel. When you see someone eyeballing you too hard, like, all right, hold on. Let me take my earrings off. I don't know what's going to happen, but I need to take my earrings off so I can hold my baby. Take my heels off. All right. I'm just sitting here ready. I'm not. Subway creatures. You follow that on Instagram? Yes, John, you do.
Yep,
because
I do. And yeah, I've been seeing them.
Crazy
Yep.
shit. Bro, crazy.
About a week ago, I was on the subway heading to work. So this is about like 1 p.m. And I was looking down at my phone, but I got the peripheral. I keep my head on a swivel. I'm good. I see someone just staring me down. And so I look up, and immediately, as soon as we lock eyes, he slams the seat beside him. He's just, oh, and he gets all like aggro. And all I do is lift up 2 deuces as a peace sign, and he stops for a second. He like looks down. He's not quite sure. And he looks back up. He's like, "I love you, brother. I love you, brother." And he gets off a stop later, and nothing else happens. But yeah, keep yourself ready, but you don't need to respond to any kind of aggression with aggression. Bring down the situation. Leveling to a humanity is what's going to help everyone get to their place. So I got a very specific take on all this. So I didn't want to bring that in, but we were talking about it.
No, I totally understand. Like, that's the thing is like you always have to, because we're not college, we're not frat boys anymore. It's not like the bar fights and all the fun stuff. You don't want to be the first one to, are you feeling froggy, motherfucker? Like, God. Like at this point, like I have dental insurance, but I'm still paying off my last fucking shit. I don't want to break any teeth. I'm not too pretty right now, so I can't. So it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. So it's always better to talk a situation down. And like what you're saying is like, just, you don't have to be like lay on your belly.
No, I didn't flinch. That's the thing. Had I flinched, that would have been a different situation.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's the whole thing. It's like you got to talk to people like people. Talk to them, don't raise your voice, just like talk lower, talk calmly. People are people, man. You had a bad day. John, think about this. This is what you could have your segment. We could have this as our little Patreon bits that all the shit you recorded. This is my interaction with a crazy person in the subway. And when I go off on you, like in the pre-meetings or post-meetings, when I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then hang up. And like that's when I slam the subway door.
Right.
John, that has been another Subway Pete, Raging at John. I was just trying to eat pad thai, baby. No one eats on the goddamn subway.
Just a calm John. Just
That's
a calm
too specific.
John.
Very specific. Bro?
Oh?
Keto? Just do fucking cocaine like an adult. Jesus Christ.
Cocaine?
Cocaine?
I'm like a bunny in a field. Did I hear somebody say cocaine? Because I am on my hind legs and my little ears are sticking up. Cocaine. That's not true.
It's your boy Quavo. What it do? What's up, Pete? How's it going? Looks like it's the Two-Sided Podcast. Two-Sided Podcast. And I've tried some of that keto-friendly water. It's also gluten-free, from what I've heard. Gluten-free water. It's got a positive ionic charge, whatnot, from what I hear. But some good stuff for your keto diet. Anyways, just wanted to stop by, say what's up to the fellas, and say, yeah, Batman is definitely one of the best vigilantes. But I do give it to Punisher. He's a good one, too. Good choice. Was John or Pete? Don't remember. Anyways.
Cheers.
Public service announcement.
Yep.
Versace on the floor. Holla at your boy.
PSA.
Hello. Oh, so much.
Right? That's fantastic.
Boy. Weird every day.
Anyway, dude.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for popping in.
And honestly, like Batman's awesome, but he has too much of an agenda. Like his agenda's never gonna finish. Like at least the Punisher is finite. Just everyone who fucking wronged me.
All right, that's it.
Right.
We're going to talk about that. We're not going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. So let's get this last message and move forward.
Keep cranking on, brother. Oof.
I also offer people 2 deuces as a sign of peace.
This one time I was being assaulted on the bus. I took 2 small shits, right? Boom, boom, 2 deuces. I was like, hey, everybody left me alone. Safety first, folks. Wipe second.
Morning, John. Morning, my boy Pete. Are you dressed in black? Are you mourning the loss of the sovereign of the United Kingdom? Are you? Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm on holiday in Mauritius, so I'll be doing that when I get back home.
Hello, girl.
Keep on keeping on. It is what she would have wanted. Okay, love you, boys. Bye.
I love it. That's so good.
Julia, that's fantastic. She's on holiday in Mauritius. Good for you, girl. Good for you. That's the set. Like, I feel like it's a little too convenient. Like my mother got a little sick and ends up going down, and you all of a sudden have a big fucking alibi and out of town. Like, no, don't look at me. I'm on holiday. All signs point to nope.
Weirdly enough, we are both dressed in black. If you want to check us out, click on that link above. That's our YouTube page, Two-Sided Podcast, where we are live right now. And you can see exactly how we are dressed on the occasion of the death of the oldest monarch and the second longest running monarch ever.
It's too soon to make butterfly jokes. I don't even want to talk about how she's being buried with the corgis. It's all too much. It's all too soon.
Very Pharaoh-esque. Very Pharaoh-esque.
Right. I want to be buried. No. Too soon, John.
Soon, John. You gotta stop me on this thing.
Julie, am I allowed to post that meme that I ran by you earlier? Or is that sacrilegious? Too soon? Hit me up, girl.
Too soon. I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to go because I know my girl Seabird. I'm going to save what I like to call myself is I'm an ambassador, right? I like to reach across the pond and let everybody know what everybody else is saying because I speak all the dialects of the crazy Western, right? And I understand because my parents and my grandparents were from the other side, and I got that like, oh, well, they're good. I understand proper protocol. I understand communication. Too soon, bro. Too soon. You gotta wait at least until the funeral and then post that shit live, yo. Woo!
Then it's not too soon, it's two-sided. Hey, we are going into our next lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down! Didn't make a drink soon enough. Gonna get one now! That's right, you better because my walking around whiskey is all gone. That's wrong! Good. Good call, good catch. Glad you're on it.
I am the one with whiskey.
That's right! I forgot! My hand is here so nobody can see us talking.
Maybe lower that a little bit there, lightning round guy.
What are you guys talking about? I can't keep the crowd occupied.
We'll be right with you, my boy Pete. Lightning round guy, I want to do a cheers to you. You ready?
Let's fucking drink, man. All right, guys, come on, break it up. You get it, fucking get married.
All right, let's have a shot. Hey, lightning round guy, get your shot. Let's do this.
Yeah. Cheers, John.
This one's to the lightning round guy. We've never done that before. Lightning round guy, cheer you.
He's making a comeback. I'm seeing the third person. Whoa!
Cheers. Oh.
I've only got like 7 or 18 more of those at least.
Yeah.
Like,
which is great because this lightning round segment is Negative Nelly, one of your favorites and mine. Negative Nelly.
All right.
You doing the two-sided stretch?
This way first. The other way. Okay, I'm ready.
Negative Nelly, my boy Pete.
Put it together.
There you go. Thanks for noticing. Wow. Negative Nelly, violent crime seems to be going down.
Yeah, I heard that too. But if you live in the neighborhood I did, it's just because people are too scared to report the violent ones anymore. It's easier to just be quiet and watch Netflix at home.
Wow. That was real nice. Hey, Negative Nelly, we've gone over 100 days without an accident at work.
Well, I've been listening to Two-Sided Pod for 1.5 years, and I saw last week's, and I say that was a disaster at work. So,
Hey, you look good, Negative Nelly, my boy Pete. Have you lost weight?
Yeah, but I put it on in my cholesterol levels. So, probably going to die sooner than I was before when I was fat and happy.
Hey, Negative Nelly, did you see the trailer for the amazing new Batman movie?
Yeah, if you're into that whole vigilante lifestyle, I think that the only punishment that you should ever have is from the Lord God himself. Do you have a moment to talk about our Savior?
Okay. Hey, yeah, we're done there. Crap.
John, I felt good about the last one. I wasn't sure where you were taking me on And then you reacted poorly. Like, is this not funny? He said, you're not even laughing. Like, all right, shake it off, shake it off.
I was picking up what you were putting down, man. This is
I shook it off.
Hey, a little behind the curtain. So this is one of the ones that my boy Pete had a really hard time remembering exactly what he needed to do for. Wow, holy crap, dude! Holy crap! You made me feel like I wanna eat my own soul just to get it over with.
I do that. It's John. I'd like to thank you for pointing that out, for the use of the words "eating my own soul," because one of the things that I put. Hold on, it's around here somewhere. Here's my dream journal, John. It says every day I just want to wake up and make people at work want to eat their own souls. Also, a really good smoothie some point during the day. And then weed. So if I can accomplish those three things, my therapist said I was going to go somewhere in life. And right now, I've just checked all the boxes today. Smoothie, great weed, Johnny his soul. This, John, this is what a fulfilled face looks like. This is a centered human being. Folks, it's all about checking the boxes in life you need to make yourself right. I only put 3 down because I don't have that kind of timeline. Like, here's my manifesto. I was like, nope, I got to get a good burger, maybe a cheesesteak, or a burger and a cheesesteak. 3 things that happened during that day. I was like, man, I really nailed it today. So,
it's not a manifesto, it's a mission statement.
Right. It's just fucking you yelling at me because I live in a cabin, have a big ass beard, and use a manual typewriter. All right, okay, whatever. You guys are fucking judging, man.
Just because the R was kind of off, whatever. Hey, folks, if you like what you're hearing, there's more two-sided out there, including spit takes on our YouTube channel. We are currently recording each episode of the Two-Sided Podcast live on the Stereo app every Thursday, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. We also do a show on Tuesdays that is not brought into our Spotify, Apple Pod, etc., which is also live streamed on our YouTube channel, Two-Sided Podcast. We're on Instagram and Twitter at Two-Sided Pod, TWO Sided Pod. And we got a Gmail, so if you want to suggest a topic or we'll come on to our Tuesday Open Chat Stereo show, email us to sidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com.
And folks, in our upcoming dates, we do have some things happening in the near future. We have the next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, here on Stereo, and also going to be on our hearts and minds of all of our listeners. And Thursday, which we're also going to be here live. So, folks, mark your calendars. Make sure you get those cars filled up with gas. Dial that Uber in because you don't want to miss that next show with the Two-Sided here.
That's right.
John,
I'm still not fully recovered from that spit take, man.
Hey, neither am I. I was like, I almost ruined a nice duvet. No, that's not true. It's a keyboard. Blew the cigarettes out like that. It was good, man. All things are bad, but no, it's hilarious. You're great. But yes, John, yes. I feel like we need to have a segment after the things. Like let's we're going to be touring. Here's our upcoming dates, and let's do a rundown. Like, we're going to do fucking t-shirts. Do you want to see the September 2022 tour? You can buy your shirt now. Tuesday, Thursday, 9/8. I can't even know my day. I have a calendar here. I know
just call me Mr. November. All right.
All right. I'm Mr. October because that's home. That's Reggie Jackson. Baseball reference. Shout out Reggie Jackson. He was actually the first one who turned me on to keto water. I was at the red carpet for Naked Gun, and I said, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Jackson. What's up, kid? He's like, kid, tell me about that water you're drinking. He's like, it's keto water. And that's where it all began. True story. Legend.
Dear Two-Sided Pod, I am averaging 750 milliliters of 84 proof Sambuca a show. Am I an alcoholic?
No, you are an opportunist who needs to check your blood sugar up. The Sambuca, that's a sweet, sweet little pinch there, my lady. I hear at the Two-Sided Pod, Laboratory of Institute of Knowledge, Society of the Betterment of the Canine and Aviary Species.
College University.
Which can be taken offline. $48 a unit. Don't worry about it. Anyway, sorry, wrong page. We believe that you should stick with something clear, something dark, something far. What we believe is
something borrowed, something blue.
Yeah. All right, so I got a ribbon. I got my mom's wedding dress. I got some Sambuca. No Sambuca. Don't you listen to the rhyme? Right. Mom's wedding dress. Vodka. Yes. Whiskey. And ice. You got it. Horrible.
Well done.
Horrible. Can we have some fun on the show already?
Yeah. Let's jump into our final segment of the episode. That's Batman. We're going to talk about Batman. That's pretty fun, right? Of all the fun things I've thrown at you, you say, "Oh, you know, John's depiction of fun is really not that fun. Maybe he's demented."
Yeah.
Listen, Batman, man.
No, you are. But we're it's gonna identify you and what you think, and we're gonna make some real hard, pointed statements and comparisons. We're gonna rethink our childhood collectively as a group, as a listenership here on the Two-Sided Pod, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. You and I, my friend, are going to have a very seriously worded letter exchange from manual typewriters after the fact. Anyway, you're going to find a way to make this fun thing not fun. And I'm just preparing myself. I'm like rocking like a Reese's monkey. All right, I'm ready. Let's have fun, John. Let's do the fun thing you said.
In 2019, we celebrated Batman's 80th anniversary of existing in pop culture. From the DC Comics website, quote, in 1939, DC Comics was looking for a new superhero, a character who could build on the wild success of their earlier comic book phenomenon, Superman. Editor Ben Sullivan turned to what then appeared to be an unlikely creative source, gag cartoonist Bob Kane, and asked him to design a new hero. Bob Kane, along with writer Bill Finger, would go on to conceive one of the most popular and enduring characters of the 20th century, the Batman.
So, all right. Here's the deal, Vin. See? Me and Bob here. No, I'm Bill. All right. Me and Bill here. We got this great idea for a new comic book hero, right? Real tragic, like, see? Yeah. Tell him, Bob. I will, Bill. Okay. So here's the deal. We're going to call him the Finger Cane Man.
No.
No. But don't you see? Because we're the editors of Look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes,
Yep.
Vin. Look me in the eyes, Vin. I'm Bob Kane. And he's Bill Finger, see? And so we need to have some ownership.
Jessica, can we get the next people in here?
Whoa. Vin, listen. Here's what I'm thinking. Bill, hand me the fucking bat.
I gave you $20,000 as an advance for this. This is all you got. What is your next pitch?
All right, man. I got this fucking bat, man. You see?
Wait, what did you say?
I don't know. I stuttered. Well, here's the deal.
No, I have a really horrible sense of short-term memory, but you said something. What was the last sentence you said?
You don't have as much a short-term memory. I apologize. This is a very stressful time for me. I was on a vacation in South America. I went to a whole caving expedition. I breathed in a lot of guano from this nocturnal creature. I was in a cave, and
Delicious.
there was bats. Right? It is pretty good. But I was so I came back, and I so I'm hoarse because I ate all the guano. It was delicious. If you had it a little pan-fried, anyway.
Wait, Batman. You said you have a Batman. Tell me that pitch.
All right, so it's this guy who's a comic book illustrator who's really fucking pissed at his boss, right? And he goes down to South America with a bat to whoop some ass. But along the way, he's in a cave and he meets some bats. The bats are pretty cool. And he eats the guano and they're like, we can live symbiotically forever.
Well, okay, I like this, but we want to appeal to the Hollywood elite. So can he be a millionaire?
What? If you would have been in the cave I was in, then they live like millionaires. You stalagmites, you like those? Oh, you don't? What about stalactites? We got them too. They're everywhere. They got anything you need. Little drippy ponds, little caverns where Goonies come and hide their gold and have their first kiss. Oh, it's amazing. We were so happy.
Can we replace the bat that you're carrying with I love guano so much. Can we just have an actual bat?
All right, fair enough. Bob, let me take over. Hey, Bill, you're not the talking guy. I'm fucking sick of your shit, Bob. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a man who's a millionaire, just like me. I don't need this goddamn job. I like to draw. We're going to have a pissed off man who's a millionaire who runs into bats like this son of a bitch made us do when we were in South America, who gets more angry than anything and wants to use all of his money to destroy the thing that created him. Isn't that right, Bill? Okay, look, I'm sorry about the whole fucking thing. All right, enough. Batman. Vengeance, vigilanteism, killing. No.
I like this.
Folks.
But can we call it the Batman? The Batman.
Yeah, but there's one and only, and he shall be named as such.
So the very first Batman story, The Case of the Chemical Syndicate, was written by Finger and drawn by Kane. And it was published in Detective Comics number 27, which hit newsstands in March 30th, 1939.
1939.
The cover date of the comic was May, but whatever.
Yeah, we can't trust those cover dates.
All right.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's cover dates. I don't know.
In this first story, Batman was introduced as an uninterested socialite, Bruce Wayne. Donning the iconic costume, he became a merciless crime fighter who dispatched hoodlums with grim satisfaction. A fitting end for his kind, Batman announced after knocking a criminal into a vat of acid.
Okay, I didn't feel like I had a lot in common with him, the movies and the later comic books and stuff, but now you read the specific description and the early things, he and I are the same person. Just a disinterested socialite who cares nothing for anything when he kicks people in the vats of acid. Take that, John, you should have been at the fundraiser for the city council. It was ridiculous. So many vats of acid, so many catwalks. One couldn't even choose. Allegedly.
So over the course of the first few Batman comics, several elements were added to the character, and the artistic depiction of Batman evolved. Bob Kane noted that within 6 issues, he drew the character's jawline more pronounced and lengthened the ears in the costume. About a year later, quote, about a year later, he was almost the full figure, my mature Batman, Kane said.
I don't know about you, John, but I feel like that was a little creepy for him to say. That's like someone stays up a little too late at night. Honey, I'll be to bed in a minute. I'm drawing. Pants.
It's my full figure. My full figure.
Why are you wearing a mask? All vigilantes do. I need more Gatorade, honey. This is bullshit, Bob. And until you fucking fully developed Batman.
So the characteristic utility belt of Batman was introduced in Detective Comics number 29.
Oh shit. Okay. 29, number 29. We're gonna do a whole subgenre on utility belts and how we need to use them today.
All right.
Anyway, but Detective issue number 29. When was it released?
Right. So 27 is the first Batman. So it's 2 issues. Right. Also 1939. Yep. July 39.
What a great year, guys. Oof, great year.
And then followed by the boomerang-like Batarang for the first Bat-themed vehicle, the Batplane, in issue 31 of September 1939. So we got the Batplane even before the Batmobile.
Dude, well, because it's a plane. Sight is awesome. Like
Yeah.
They were toying around with the idea because they didn't have the art department to do a full plane because no one had ever seen one. And they were like, should we do the Bat Hindenburg? He's like, yeah, it ends poorly in every episode. All right. Oh, the humanity, the Batmanity. Really, really good.
So his origins were revealed in number 33, November of 39. Like you said, it's a great year. Unfolding in a 2-page story that establishes the brooding persona of Batman, the character driven by the death of his parents. So this was written by Finger. It depicts a young Bruce Wayne witnessing his parents' murder at the hands of a mugger. The child vows that, quote, by the spirits of my parents to avenge their deaths by spending the rest of my life warring on all criminals, end quote.
By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Yes, you get something like that. Like, all right, welcome to the foster home. No, you get Alfred in the $1 Million Mansion. Like, oh, I'll be a twisted fucking kid. Alfred, I gotta be honest, you let this twisted kid build a cave? You're an idiot. That's a goddamn someone climbing a clock tower and thinning out the population fucking persona there. That's some bullshit. Anyway, 39. Who knew? What a great year.
So we exit out of 39 with that early pulp-inflicted portrayal of Batman started to soften in Detective Comic number 38, which was April of 1940, with the introduction of Robin, Batman's kid sidekick. Robin was introduced based on Finger's suggestion that Batman needs a Watson with whom he could talk. The sales nearly doubled, despite Kane's preference for a solo Batman, and it sparked a proliferation of kid sidekicks.
Right. So Bob, here's the deal. See, so I was thinking real hard last night about Batman. See, and
what is it, Bill? What do you want, Bill? You've been up all night. You're sweaty. You're in a trench coat. I can see your ankles. What is happening?
Yeah, see, I was thinking, Sherlock Holmes, see, like, let's solve a mystery. Hounds of the Baskervilles and whatnot. Hey, you like that kind of stuff anyway. So I was thinking, so Bob, Mr. Kane, buddy old pal, I was thinking, so maybe sidekick wise, we have some kind of a little kid, like a boy, maybe 12, 13. Put him in a mask, see? Yeah, and get a cape.
Bill, why are you sweating so profusely?
No, I'm just excited about the idea, and I just think, hey, I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna go home and think about that superhero sidekick. Oh, it's gotta be a doozy. Wait till I see the pictures. Well, most of the pictures, some of them I got to keep at home.
Bill, what are you saying?
Anyway, okay, I'll see you tomorrow with the pictures.
According to capitalism, that was a great idea.
Hey, thanks, Bob. I'll see you tomorrow with all that money and then pictures.
So the first solo issue, for the first issue of the solo spin-off series, Batman, was notable not only, that's right, for introducing two of the most persistent antagonists, the Joker, and who do you think the second one was?
It's not going to be someone we think. So we're talking, it's 1940, 41?
40. Yep.
1940. So, okay, so Joker, okay, so it's not going to be, you normally want to say the Riddler or the Penguin. You want to say Penguin first because everyone's like, oh, the movie, Danny DeVito. Wah, wah, wah. No, sir. Worst one ever. Hello, I'm Mr. Ice. That's the best one ever.
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, look at me now. Tell me now, believe me later, I will freeze you all the way to the core.
It's pretty cool. Oh, wait, yeah, you can say that.
I'm gonna say, how about the Riddler?
You already said it wouldn't be the Riddler or Penguin, and now you're saying it's the Riddler?
No.
Hey,
okay.
keep going on that train of thought. You were really good until you actually try to guess.
No. John, it's a here and now. It's like it's an ebb and a flow. It's a push and a pull, John. I'm not here most of the time we're talking. I'm very bored. I tune in and out, bro. I don't know what's going on. Just think on. All right, fair enough. Let's go with what about Bane? No, that's gonna be newer. No,
that's so much newer.
Yeah, he came out in the fucking late 80s.
Don't be misogynistic.
It came out in the late 80s, John. Nick Copa. Early 90s, whatever. Late 80s. It. Them.
And our other enduring supervillain that was introduced at the first Batman comic, after Joker, was.
Oh, dude,
don't think, just guess.
The Scarecrow.
No, that was a good guess, but no.
Two-Face.
Wow. Don't be misogynistic.
Poison Ivy. The Harley Quinn.
Stop. Do you realize how many times she's been depicted by so many different people? The Kit was one of the first. Come on. She's in the newest one.
No, all you gotta say is, do you remember 27th birthday when we were in Vegas at that strip club? And you said, we gotta get King Litter, we gotta go get King Litter. And you would tell me why. Just tell me that.
I'm a storyteller.
You're not a hint giver. You're not going to be my phone a friend when I am on the $1 million pyramid.
Yes, of course, it was Catwoman.
But
for the story, for a story in which Batman shoots some monstrous giants to death. This is the first Batman comic. That story prompted editor Whitney Ellsworth to decree that the character could no longer kill or use a gun. Created the shift.
Whitney Ellsworth.
Yep.
Boo. Boo. Let's all give a fucking boo to Whitney. Whitney, if you're still alive, boo. Boo. Now you're just the guardian angel. Where's your red beret, Batman? Boo. What kind of utility belt you got now? A walkie-talkie and a fucking can of bug spray? Boo. Fuck you, Whitney. Sorry.
So by 1942, the writers and artists behind Batman comics had established most of what the basic elements of the Batman mythos, like no killing, no using a gun, etc., etc. The years following World War II, DC Comics adopted an editorial direction that increasingly de-emphasized social commentary in favor of lighthearted juvenile fantasy, as we know from all those 1990 movies with Schwarzenegger and Tommy Lee Jones, and those like super comic style had no substance whatsoever, right?
I did my senior thesis on Poison Ivy, so I will need you to take that back. Uma Thurman is a god to me.
She was the best one of that era. I will give Poison Ivy the best one of that era. So that's why I applauded you for at least giving some female supervillain some credit, man. Come on.
Bro, why you gotta be
Catwoman?
All right, who's your favorite baseball player? Why can't you be fucking more inclusive? Remember A League of Their Own? There's a whole show about it, John, now. Why can't you collect their cards? Because it's what it was. It's like, what is your
There's
favorite
no
line?
crying in baseball. Right.
What is your favorite line from Blazing Saddles? Like, I can't tell you that now. Why? Because of the era of the But why? Like, why can't you say more superheroes? Because that wasn't the word.
So Batman was one of the few superheroes characters to be continually published as interest in the genre waned during the 1950s. He stood on. He went from the silver era to the bronze and now the golden era, right?
And that was right because of the zeitgeist of our nation at that point, we were thinking 1947, the vigilantism. We were all the way through back then. Yes. Down with the crooks, up with people fucking them up with any utilities they have, belts or otherwise. Right. So we're already in that mindset, and now here's this one comic that continues and perpetuates.
I like perpetrates.
Yeah. All right. Here's the deal, John. Tonight, I'm going to front. You're going to represent. We're going to have someone to perpetrate. But then tomorrow, I'm going to perpetrate. You're going to front and represent. Okay? Words.
So during that time, the Batman comics were among those criticized when comic book industry became under scrutiny with the publication of psychologist Frederick Wertham's book Seduction of the Innocent in 1954.
Whoa, Big Freddy Wertham? Man, good shit. Seduction of the Innocent. It was no Satanic Chronicles, but give it a listen if I can find it on
Audible.
And folks, that's a great time to break and let you know that we're sponsored by Audible. Do you like to listen to books? Do you hate to read? Want to have things to talk about at dinner parties? Well, fuck yes, we do too. Audible. AUDTIBLE. Not affiliated. Audible.
Thanks, Audible. So his thesis was that children were imitating crimes committed in comic books and that these works corrupted the morals of the youths.
Fucking bullshit. Did you know that heavy metal led to shootings and
Marilyn Manson? I heard about that.
That Black
in the 90s, I
Sabbath
did.
Did you know pre-Marilyn Manson that Ozzy Osbourne had to go for Black Sabbath? Do you know the life that Lemmy from Motorhead had to live day in and day out? Put upon, objectify, John.
So
Cut and stupidity. It's a good combo. Like, I'm a double threat tonight.
The 1% of the 1%.
Right? Exactly. So how many percents is that? Can I drive legally with that percent in my blood? You probably shouldn't, because you're probably fucked up on alcohol and other things if you got all those.
But you can legally anywhere besides Arizona.
Right. Yeah. And also, you're riding a horse, bro. I don't know how a horse around. I don't know what you're going to get out of here on, because there's 2 horses blocking the door. It's crazy. Anyway, you're more blotter acid, legend.
So Wortham criticized Batman comics for their supposed homosexual overtones and argued that Batman and Robin were portrayed as lovers. His criticisms raised a public outcry, eventually leading to the establishment of the Comics Code Authority.
Yes. Yes. John, what year was that?
It was 1954.
1954.
No, 56. Sorry, 56.
56. Because that was right around, I got to look this up because I'm going to talk some shit right now, because if you look at what the mindset of everyone was, there you go. So it was right around that time, and I want to say it was 55, where it led to the Hollywood shit. It doesn't have a page. I was doing some reading. That's a lie. I listened to a few podcasts and then I read about it, but I don't have it up right now. Anyway, Fatty Arbuckle there was Hollywood, the same thing that comic books did, where they said, okay, we've reached this point where people are like, no, bad is bad, good is good. So now people who signed contracts with Hollywood production companies had to adhere to a contract, a behavioral stipulation in their contract outside of work, which means like no killing, no robbing, no raping. Oh man, looking at you, Fatty Arbuckle. Oh man.
Oh man.
Did you know that oh shit. Okay, keep going, because during the whole thing they talked about Chris Farley was set up right before he died. He was set up to do a biopic of Fatty Arbuckle.
Oh man, no! I knew he did an interview where he said, "I'm going away from my comedic roles and into more dramatic. That part of me is dead." And they used it as like, "Oh, look at this foreshadowing." But like, I bet that's what he was talking about. He was set up to do that, which would have been like comedy, but like the dark side, dark side.
So in that, no, the whole thing that made me like, oh, I gotta tell you, it was already scheduled. It was already on the books, and David Mamet was writing it. So it's going to be a Mamet piece with Chris Farley as this dark, like, who? It's like Capote, like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Cold blood, baby. Oh yeah.
Right. Anyway, so it's the same thing.
You brought up a couple of amazing actors in a row that died way too young. I just want to give a little bit of respect to both Chris Farley and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Wow. Yeah, right.
100%. The thing is, I don't want to leave you in this world if I go. So if I feel I'm like on death's door, I'm coming and I'm taking you with me. Egyptian
I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro.
Pharaoh.
Yeah. John, I don't want you to hurt any more than you need to. I have the boat laden with figs. Also, here's some grain. 2 goats. What more do you need, John?
So it was suggested that Batwoman, who came out in '56, and Batgirl, the first Batgirl, who came out in '61, were introduced in part to refute the allegations that Batman and Robin were gay. So, though
Right.
he turned down his murderous vigilante ways, he stayed gritty and even got grittier. The Dark Knight, a comic series that emphasized the dark side of Batman, was wildly
Yep.
popular as soon as it came out. Nightfall, where Bane breaks Batman's back, was a culmination of this time in the life of Batman. When he somehow recovered from that injury, Batman also faced Darkseid, as spelled S-E-I-D, Darkseid, saying he'd go against his vow of no guns as he shoots Darkseid in his lair, only to have the dying Darkseid say "Gotcha" as he shoots the Omega gun at the Batman, splintering him into infinite, terrible timelines from which all in that timeline thought both Batman and Bruce Wayne were dead for a while.
Wow. So first you're talking about, I just want to clarify for any real comic heads out there, because John doesn't think I do a lot of research, but it turns out I did some subgenre research, right? I went into the personal files of Bill Finger. I found some pretty disturbing stuff. But in between Nightfall, when he broke his back, there was Night Watch, when it's his relationship with an orderly, where he's trying to learn to walk. And then it's Good Morning, where it's all about the breakfasts he had. And then it's Good Day, where he went to a rehab down under. John, it was a whole thing. And then he went to Darkseid.
Who was his helper throughout all that?
Back in East Colton Drango. That's a while, I remember.
Shout out to Alfred. But you can't keep a good bat down. Oh. He appeared in so many movies, I didn't count them, but I'm going to name The Batman, 1943. That was his first one, 43. So a couple years after the comic came out. Batman and Robin, 49.
You're just naming movies in the years. I was like, because now I'm like, all right, who are these actors?
Oh, you don't know any of them until you. No, I know. You don't know any of them until you know at least. Right.
Right, and then once we move forward with that, but I'm like, you're saying these all happened. Like, you don't think I would ask for facts? Who's my Robin? What was his story? Where are they now? VH1 style. Pop-up video. I want to see the shit, okay. John.
Batman of '89. Do you know who the Batman actor was for that one? '89.
Michael Keaton.
That's right, baby. I was giving you a softball right there.
Softball. Yeah.
Who was Vicky Vale?
Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale. She was with Alec Baldwin at the time. Basinger.
There you go. And who was the Joker?
Joker was Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Classic, right? First Tim Burton one.
And so, all right, who's the director for you, John? You just said Tim Burton. Who did the music?
Danny Elfman.
Who did the soundtrack?
Oh.
So when you think of the Batman,
right? Yeah. Seal is
nope.
But that was the next one, right?
Prince and Danny Elfman were on the first Batman.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. When he did the Vicky Vale, I'm like, oh shit, son. And you play guitar and basketball? All right, I'm gonna follow you.
Yeah. When Eric Clapton was asked, what does it feel like to be the greatest guitar player alive? He said, I don't know. You have to ask Prince.
Right. It was crazy because people ask me in all of our interviews that they do, they're like, Pete, how does it feel to be the best ginger podcaster on stereo streets? And I say, well, I don't know, man. You'll have to ask John Feedback. Paying it forward.
So Batman Returns, 92. Well, we could, and then we get into the bad years, right? Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman.
Yeah. Bad, like the bad years, but it's the same. It's like the bad years that are not good, but this is good. Like, all right, like,
let me see,
how much are we going to smoke? Like, do we have to really watch it? Can we, like, I'm going to vacuum while I do this. Oh, I'm going to smoke crystal meth. I do this. Like, all the things, like, you think about allegedly vacuum.
Then we get the Christian Bale era, right? Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
Rough, man. Like he was way too serious. Like he went too deep in the thing.
He was a good Batman. He was not a good Bruce Wayne. I thought Val Kilmer was the best Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I think because fucking what's his face? Number one was too
Keaton.
Was too Mr. Mom. Keaton was too Mr. Mom.
Yeah, I thought he had a good balance. That was his
good.
Like Keaton's. My tribute to Keaton is that of the two, he had a balance of both of them. He was not necessarily the best of either, but because he was good at both, he kind of became the best Batman in my life.
Your tribute to him? Is he dead? Did we lose him and the Queen, John? I can't take anymore.
I heard he might do another Batman, actually.
Okay, so he's not dead. You said you tribute to him, because every time I get a tribute now, it's something special. No. Okay, so no, everybody out there.
But then Clooney, he's the one who says,
put your phones down. Keaton is not dead. John, go on with your Batman stories. Do not say anymore. I give my tribute to. We're not trying to look for tribute.
Keaton said himself he was the worst Batman, and in tribute to Clooney, in tribute to George Clooney, I'd like to say, he wasn't necessarily the worst Batman, but maybe he was in tribute.
Right. No, so Clooney said he was the worst Batman.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I corrected myself.
No, I know, but after
I try to get my train back on the tracks.
You said both names. You can't say both names and say, I apologize. Anyway, what I meant.
Mea culpa. There's also Ben Affleck.
You're doing really good. If we can get a Matt Damon version, I would be very interested in seeing what the casting looks like. So,
and then the Batman in 2022.
Hey, you like bats? How about these bats?
They fly away.
Oh my God. Everything takes place in Boston. Fuck yeah, it's Boston.
And the nice young actor who did the Batman in 2022 is coming back for The Flash, which is happening this year. Or it just did. I don't know. No, it's 2023. It's next year.
Oh my God. It's so good. One of my favorite things is the research Sean does. It's like, it's now or yesterday or next year. You know what? I had this dream that I was, wait a minute, that wasn't me. That was someone else. Anyway, you guys want to take a shot or what's up? Thanks, John.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Could you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big.
I'm the fucking captain now, John. Here's the deal. I'm going to fucking steer this train right into the goddamn bank of the river. How is it floating in the water? It's a train, you may ask? We don't answer questions around here. We wreck trains. That's how we roll.
We got some messages. Maybe we should get out of here.
Let's pop them, baby. I'm ready.
Right,
let's do it. Get it. Oh my God.
That was
sometimes out in the Midwest.
in the south of the United States, you hear the mating call of the cunt bird. It sounds exactly like someone saying,
This is goddamn sacrilege. I'm just gonna finish this bottle and get blackout drunk. Goodbye.
oh my God.
Oh my God.
Next season, we'll have babies. Tune in on the Two-Sided Pop, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Let's make babies.
Let's make babies.
You know, with the way they're destroying our beloved comics, I'm just gonna say it. I'm surprised they haven't blamed Batman for fucking coronavirus. Yeah,
Whoa,
I went there.
Whoa. Hold on. He was fighting Bane in Wuhan. I do remember this vividly. He said, "There's wet." I can't even do it. I can't even hear it. John, what does it sound like? I can do it. I can hear it. I know I can do it. I've done it before. What does it sound like? No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, what we're all trying to say is that Batman is innocent of these charges. So if you want to join our Patreon, it's only $28 every 2 days, 4 times a day. But you get a T-shirt that says "Free Batman," Wuhan being his fault on the back, and it's the Bat logo because we all need it now. Heard it here first, folks.
Oh my God, check your Gmail at twosidedpod@gmail.com. I've already covered this for you guys. You're welcome.
I feel like, John, I'm just going to say it because I love her to death. I feel like anything she sends, if there was an attachment, you need to have a shot and sit down before you open it because it's like, here's my duodenum. Like, whoa. Like, what the fuck, bro? Here's a small video. Like, is this a security footage camera? Like, nope, that's my colonoscopy. Holy shit. Girl, I will watch them, but I need warning. Here's the deal. I need proper labels. You can get the first month free for the Patreon. After that, it's $79.99 every 12 minutes. And I dare you to try to cancel. Put your card in. It's going to be great. I'm ready for the best.
Hugo Strange!
Do you know Dr. Hugo Strange? I do. Vaguely. I don't know enough to comment on it. I like your shirt.
All the messages are me. I'm so sorry. I'm hot. I'm hot right now.
Look at her. God damn, she goes deep in the paint. Like, I'm trying to fucking play defense. Like, this is my key. 3 the key, I'm Seabird. She's like, nope. I'm coming hot. It's all hip action from her. Like, Jesus Christ, I got bruises from playing D on you, girl. Coming hot.
Well, boys, I blame you. Look at what has happened. Look at what you've fucking done. Another night I've been here and you've not said anything truthful.
Lies, all falsehoods, John. I have taken personal affront to the words that were said. I believe I previously stated, look at this stuff, Angela cares. Isn't it neat? Would you think that our superfluous words are completing the sentence?
If she said anything with an attachment, it would be in your best fucking interest not to open it. I mean, never tell her I said that to you.
Put your hand in your mouth. Put your hand in your mouth.
Be safe out there. Be safe out there.
Folks, and if you like what you've heard, you can't believe what you're listening to. I do a cybersecurity whole symposium. I do it at the Holiday Express Live, but if you can't make it there, don't be afraid to log on Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, and I'll tell you what fishing is, PH. It's not like the cool fat thing. You're fat, like, I thought that was cool for a long time. No, it turns out I love Philly cheesesteaks. I ain't scared. I ain't too proud. Fishing is the same way. Don't click on those attachments, folks. Lesson number 1 is free.
Hold up a minute. I'm gonna let y'all finish your show. Cash Money Records, yo, is the best fantasy football team of all time.
Okay, Cash Money.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna terminate the Terminators. Show y'all niggas just who the greatest already. Just like the Lakers, Shaq and Kobe, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Come down on you with a lightsaber, bye-bye, see you later. Hater like I'm looking real clean in my 9-later gator. Sliding across the floor, doing that moonwalk. Already know I do the smooth talk. Already know ain't no looking back. Hell yeah, I'm fire than a jetpack. Strapped on my back, ready for combat. And I'm feeling like I'm all that. So you ain't never gonna come back. Oh shit, sharper than a thumbtack. Yeah, hit the flow. Oh shit, we gon' hit the flow. Yeah, this that made the flow. Yo, what the hell is Sarah Connor? Oh yeah, that's Mona Lisa mama. And we gon' drama. Don't really give a fuck. I spit.
Okay. All right. I'm mad. So do you, I want to know about your beats. Like, where are those, like, your flow's good, brother. Like, ooh, shit. Okay. I feel like, and you threw Mona Lisa into the mix, and I was like, is this a community flow? I know. I'm excited because I'm all about collecting beats. I'm all about putting shit out. I'm all about like what Mona Lisa has done, because she had a hookup who had someone make some beats, and her fucking flows are sick. And now it's like, dude, where do you get yours? Where can you two team up on something? Can 2-sided be? Fuck you, John. He's like, can we sponsor? We barely got our goddamn PO box, John.
I'm a good producer.
No, you're a horrible producer. You're actively the worst producer. You're a good weed roller. Like, you're the person who brings in the weed. Like, man, keep this guy around, but don't let him push buttons.
It's a 2-bump process. That really is what does it for the beat.
Oh, weed. Yeah, the 2-bump process. I've heard about that for weed.
Rolling.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the sources for this episode of 2-Sided have been, first segment, Britannica.com, MIT, GuardianAngels.com, the Office of Justice Programs, the Daily News, DocNYC.net, and The New Yorker. The second segment, DC Comics, Ultimate Batman Comics websites, .weebly.com, BatmanFandom.com, and Batman-on-film.com.
All right, folks, and I would like to give out a shout out to my references. Number one, Sailor Jerry. Thanks for bringing all you could to the table. Also, Legion of Doom. They're a good fallback of what would the Legion of Doom do, because Super Friends, fuck them. And no, now I'm just editorializing. Now I'm just like filling more blanks. Nope, I'm good. Those are my references.
If you're just editorializing, my boy Pete, is there anything from this episode that you'd like to take maybe a second glance, a second look, a second thought, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
Yeah, no, first, first I would like to, meanwhile, back at the Legion of Doom, meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice. Those were the things I was trying to go for, but I still didn't do them there. I would like to also take back any offenses I made to the Kane family or the Finger family or the Finger Kane family. I don't know if you guys are incestuous. I don't know what a tree looks like, but I'm just saying it's all in fun. It's a finger away from a Kane good time.
Or it's a cane away from a finger licking good time.
Look at you. You've been all over the U.S., man. That was Kentucky phrase right there. I saw that. Your herbs and spices.
Hey, we got one message, and then let's do a shot and get out of here. Yeah?
All right. Yeah, let's drink. Let's do it. Oh, no.
You guys, that was Sleepy. Sleepy was calling out Cash Money Records. You guys, I'm telling you how, it was a whole fantasy football coming at you, about to fuck you up. I don't know if you guys connected. Oh shit.
No, I got the first part, Cash Money Records, but I was so enthralled by the beat. Like at that point, I was like, I was going to write it down. I was like, fantasy football cat. Nope, too late. He brought the Lakers, Shaq and Kobe into it.
Yeah, the beat just took us away. Fantastic name. You're gonna dominate. She was saying this last night. She's like, I believe because I don't care, I'm gonna be the one to win, and she might very well be the one to win. So let's do a shot.
John. Let's do a shot, folks. Like what you've heard, if you're still here, I don't know why you would be. But if you are, don't be afraid to tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell the person who's going to come asking for money tomorrow. Because you know there's one of those motherfuckers. Travis,
1 of 5.
1 of 5, bro. Anyway, cheers. Thanks for listening.
Cheers to you.
Bing, bing, bing.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Go ahead, John.
We have
a joke here and there, but
you're doing good,
ahead, John.
Hey, you're doing really good.
Doing good, John. Well, folks, let me cue you up. Hold on, let's pretend. And now John says.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday. Same start as tonight. So if you want to join us or want to throw some topics out there, email 2sidedpod@gmail.com. That's DWO sidedpod@gmail.com. And for those who are listening live, join our chat on the stereo app in our green room right now. Let's go 35 after the hour for after show wind down. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete, and I don't understand why you say the same start time as tonight when you don't say that it's 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, because they don't know if they're just listening. It's like, I just came in, it's really great, and I can see the vitriol and the anger, and I want to see more. When do I come back? And John says, same time as tonight. And everyone's like, boo, that's why he must be shunned. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm my boy Pete, Southern California, and I keep John goddamn honest.
And it might be because you covered that throughout the show very well. And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever
you know nothing about marketing? Holy shit, John.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Send me a producer so John can go far, far away from production. Dear Lord, send me a producer.
And even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, 2-Sided Podcast, and the Stereo app, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on 2-Sided. Man, this has been a great one. I love you, Pete.
Oh, John, I love you like the brother I drowned in the tub, allegedly. Now you're making me do it?